In our data set, we have 3 years of data for 2 goods, haircuts and Coke. We have price and quantity information for each of those goods in each year. We've got 3 objectives. We're going to calculate nominal GDP in each year. We're going to calculate real GDP. And then we're going to calculate the percent change in real GDP from one year to the next. So let's start out by calculating nominal GDP in 2017. To do that, we're going to take the price and quantity of haircuts, and we're going to add that to the price and quantity of Coca-Colas in 2017 and then each of the 2 successive years. So if we take $10 times 100, we get $1,000 is the market value in 2017 for haircuts. And we're going to do the same for Cokes. The price of $1 multiplied by 120 Cokes gives us $120. So our nominal GDP in 2017 is equal to $1,120. So we're going to do the same thing for nominal GDP in the year 2018. And our values are $1,210. That's the price and quantity of haircuts. But notice we're using current year prices. So we're using 2018 prices to calculate nominal GDP. Let's do this the same for Cokes. 130 Cokes multiplied by a price of 2 gives us 260. So nominal GDP rose to $1,470. Let's do the same thing for nominal GDP in the year 2019. And we get a value of $1,320 for haircuts, added to $270 for Cokes, or a nominal GDP of $1,590. Now, let's go ahead and calculate real GDP. To calculate real GDP, this time, we're going to use prices in a base year. So let's use prices from 2017. 2017 will be our base year. Now let's go ahead and calculate real GDP. So in 2017, real GDP and nominal GDP will be the same, because remember, the prices we use are the prices of our base year, which is 2017. So real GDP in 2017 is also equal to $1,120. However, real GDP in 2018 looks a little different than our nominal GDP. We're going to take the quantity of haircuts, 110 in 2018, but rather than multiplying it by $11, which is the price in 2018, we're going to multiply it by base year prices. So we're keeping prices constant so we can focus in on the change in production, the change in consumption in this case. So 110 times 17, we're going to add that to the number of Cokes, 130, and multiply that by the base year price, which is equal to $1 rather than $2, which was the price in 2018. That gives us a real GDP of $1,230. Now we're going to do the same thing to calculate real GDP in 2019. By using base year prices, we find that real GDP is equal to $1,235. Now, if you compare those to our nominal GDP figures, in 2017, nominal GDP was equal to 1,120, but nominal GDP in 2018 was equal to 1,470. So by adjusting for inflation, by holding prices constant, we deflate GDP. We think that real GDP gives us a more accurate figure of what's actually happening to production by holding the variable of price constant. Now, real GDP in 2019 compared to nominal GDP was equal to $1,590. So you can see we've deflated and we get a very different number. Now, our final step is to calculate the percent change in real GDP. Economists often like to look at incremental changes that we express as percent changes. So let's go ahead and calculate the change in real GDP from 2017 to 2018. To do it, we're going to use our rate of change formula. So we're going to take real GDP in 2018 and subtract real GDP in 2017, and then we're going to divide that by real GDP in 2017, and then multiply that by 100. We do our math, we find that real GDP was equal to 1230, subtracting the previous year, 1120, and then dividing by 1120 and multiplying by 100 gives us a percent change equal to 9.82%. Now on your own, go ahead and calculate the percent change in real GDP from 2018 to 2019 and see if your number matches mine. So pause your video right here and do the math. According to my calculations, I found that the percent change in real GDP from 2018 to 2019 is equal to 0.4%. So take a look at your math and see if it matches mine.